Hi guys, it's Lana from Educa, and today we're going to talk about how you can address people in Russia. So when an English person would use just the word you, in Russia you always have to choose between two. Ты or вы. Ты is a friendly form and вы is a more polite form. And as you can see here, I wrote one with the capital V, doesn't matter. And as you can see here, I wrote two different types in it. As you can see, no. As you can see, here I wrote two different versions. The first one was the capital, and we usually use this one for writing. So if you're writing a letter, you would use this one. So how do you know which form to use? First of all, consider the situation. Is it a formal or an informal one? Then think about the person you're talking to. Have you met them before? Do you not know them? Are they younger or older than you? What's their age? What is their social role? What is their status? It is easier to always address people with a polite form, which is вы, unless they're a child. Считай.
Пропал. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. A few more things that you can do. Just mimic the behavior of the person you're talking to. So listen how they address you and do the same. Unless they are an old person, because old people tend to address everyone with the friendly form, ты. But don't fall for that. Address them with the polite one. Also, your boss or your teacher could address you with the friendly form, but then again, you should always address them with the polite one. If you start to feel uncomfortable with the person you're talking to by using if using the polite form with the person you've been talking to for quite some time starts to make you a bit uncomfortable, you can always ask whether you can start using the friendly form. And for that, you can just say «Может, мы перейдем на ты?» or «Давайте перейдем на ты». And the last thing, And the last thing to know is when you address a person in a polite form. In Russia, we don't only use their first name, but we also use their father's name, a patronymic. 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 It's going to be patronymic. So we use a patronymic when we address a person politely in Russia. For example, let's say the person you're talking to, their name is Ivan. And their father's name is Vasily. He's the father. So you are gonna address Ivan as Ivan Vasilyevich. Using both his first name and his father's name. If Ivan has a sister, say Maria. You're gonna address Maria as Maria Vasilyevna. Again, the first name and the father's name. To sum it up, in Russia we use two different forms when we address people. The friendly form, ты, and the polite form, вы. To make your life easier, you should always address the people you don't know with the polite form, we. And then through time, you can either move to the friendly form or just stay with the polite one. Also, if you're addressing people politely, if they are your teacher, your boss, or they're just much older than you, maybe their social role is above that of yours, then you should use the first name and the patronymic, the father's name. But if you're just addressing, let's say, a person the same age as you, but you want to address them politely, then you can just use their first name and use the polite form we. And again, consider the situation. Is it informal or is it a formal situation? Is the person you're talking to younger or older than you? If it's a kid, always address them with the friendly form, the. What is the social role of the person you're talking to? And another thing is, oh, that's actually it. Know this concept of two different types of words we use here in Russia to address people can be somewhat complex or complicated, or I don't know, what's the word? Confusing. It could be confusing, but as I say, you can just always opt for the polite form, and people will appreciate it. And if they don't feel comfortable using the polite form with you, they'll just say if you can start using the friendly one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and we will be posting every week. Bye!